Happy Rosh Hashanah. The fast is over. I was born in a small town up in the north of Quebec, and on this Rosh Hashanah, we all get to carry the Torah or do an Aliyah because we're just a bunch of families that came over from Europe and settled in this small town here, and a bunch of us always come back for the last. In fact, the building or the place it's in, the congregation, I think, is 100 years old this year, and they're doing a documentary of some sort on it. They have one shofar blower for the last 35 years, if I could remember, and that shofar blower is right in front of you, MrTacpans's. I have been blowing the shofar at this show for 35 years, so you might think I'm a nut, but it's something I do in my life. I blow the shofar, I drive a truck. What else do you want me to do? I'll learn anything. Everything, if you turn everything into a game, everything becomes more fun. Although I didn't take the shofar as a game, I took it as something I can accomplish and feel good about. At the same time, over time, I would probably want to learn about it. And I blew the shofar once tonight for about, I don't know, 30 seconds. And I just said, you know what, enough's enough. I didn't want to blow out. I wanted the sound to be equal. So another thing came to my mind was, what was I looking at over here? Warner Brothers. I was watching a little Bugs Bunny. And how about these pictures? Right here. Do you see them? One is a tomato. One is an apple. Okay, one is above, one is below. Pomme de terre would be a potato in the ground. And this here picture is a funny picture, okay? That's a spade and a heart, one above the other. And it's like two asses, except one ass has got a stand, and it looks like it creates the beak of the bottom heart. Turning it into a bird, looks like it's feeding the spade, using the spade's body, okay, to create the angels. And maybe that's why you see the jack holding what he's holding, because the jack, okay, holds the ovarians. If you ever look at the jack of spades, he's either got this thing to hang somebody, or he has a cancer sign. And this is the reason, because this is a flower, and the bird is pollinating the flower, and it's a heart and a spade. It just turns into the ovarians, the spade, and with the heart inside. Then again, it could be the club, and I can all be wrong, but this one worked out. I was using the two bodies, the same bodies that fit in each other, the heart and the spade, so that's why I used these two. Another thing is, 25 years ago, I wrote this poem, and I think the same today. It's a little bizarre. I'll read it if you want to stick around. Okay, it's choppy. Okay, so I'm going to try and see if I can patch it up. Now, at the beginning, I mentioned there was a blueberry in a forest, and there was a raspberry too. Now, that would mean blue and red. The blue world and the red spirit. What was the name who planted them there? Now again, I'm referring to we were planted here back then, and I still think somehow we were planted here. Okay? His name could have been God, but her name could have been Mary. Now, if I was referring to Jesus, I'm also referring to God being a female. The same way I think today. All the same, many years have passed since the earth was covered with the wholesome water from the skies. Talking about the skies of God. The water, the purity, is the element to create. This is called the spirit. And then it says, since then the earth has grown to be our Garden of Eden. The plantation of the earth has grown to what today as underdeveloped and overpopulation. Some of the countries are overdeveloped and underpopulated, while the half of the countries are completely the opposite. And I'm just referring to like everything that's exactly happening today. This is 25 years ago. I was only about 22 years old when I wrote this. So for those of you who are keeping up with me, due to the changes in our present atmosphere, we may in the near future develop the same on our side of the country as well as around the world. meaning one day if we don't change our habits of today, it will be too late, and we will be short on food. Everything will be depleted, as well as the ozone layer, which can lead to a third or fourth quarter fall of Earth. I told you it's a little choppy. So what I am to say is take advantage of what you like to have in all respect to each other. Do not be shy do not be shy to use, not to abuse. Ask for what you may want and appreciate what you use. So this was 20 years ago. It's going on now. We're being undercut somewhere. There's something secretive happening in this world. I'm not ashamed to say it. It's just what I believe. That's all. Just a belief. And a lot of people believe the same thing. It's just that I see it in the numbers, and because I know it and see it in the numbers, it means a lot more than if I just see it in the numbers. I'm going to have to balance it either towards the left or towards the right. I really wouldn't be sure which way. But anyways, take care. That's the end of this cassette. Have a nice night.